Matches Balone.
Hey, what's up guys? Matches Balone here, bringing you guys another DC Toy Box TV review. Today we're going to be looking at the DC Collectibles, DC Comics Icons, Atomica. Okay, so like always guys, before we get into the actual figure review, I do want to go over the packaging. As you can see, this is an open window box, so we do get to see the Atomica figure right there, as well as all her accessories. We get right here across DC Comics, as well as across the bottom, we get icons with, I'm guessing, the overall Atom logo. Here we have DC Collectibles in the corner. On the side, we get this really cool stylized 12. Atomica is the 12th figure in the overall DC Comics Icons toy line, and she is the 3rd figure of Wave 3. Once again, we get that cool Atom logo right there. DC Comics Icons, Atomica, Forever Evil, DC Collectibles. Forever Evil is the storyline where this figure design is based off. On the back, we do get a glimpse of the rest of Wave 3. DC Comics right here across. Icons, once again, with the old doubling for the character's logo. We get a designer and a sculptor. And we get DC Comics. Then on the side, again, continue with that open window design. Up top, we get that, once again, stylized 12. And then across the side, we get to read Atomica. Up top, we get the Atom logo once again. Then on the bottom, we get some manufacturing details. That's pretty much it for packaging, guys. I'm going to get her out of her packaging and we can check her out. Okay guys, here we have Atomica out of her packaging. Now I gotta say, I have really been looking forward for this set for a long time, just because of the cool accessories she comes with. Now it's really weird because the packaging doesn't say she's a deluxe figure, but I feel she's a deluxe figure. She did have just a little bit more of a premium price than everyone else. You know, not too much. It was a couple of bucks of a difference, but I feel like if the price went up, it's essentially because of these little figures you see in front. So I don't know why it's not deluxe or not, but it's still really good. Another thing I do want to point out is that Atomica is actually the first female character we're getting in the DC Comics Icons line. So that's really cool for multiple reasons. But we'll get into that in a little bit. First off is obviously the accessories. Now, because Atomica is within, I guess, the Atom family in a weird way, they decided to kind of showcase the previous Atom characters in different sizes, so it almost makes this image of one growing bigger and bigger until they get to human size. So that's really cool. First up, we're going to show you is the original Atom, and this is Ray Palmer. Now, he is just a very tiny figure. This, how you see him is how he is. This is 3 pieces on themselves. You get the base, you get Ray Palmer, and you have these kind of like atoms going around. So you're just going to connect everything to the base. And it does a pretty good job of staying in there. You know, it's not going to fall off, so that's really good. You could obviously pull this off with enough force. You know, don't worry about that. They're not permanently stuck if you want to do something with them. But still, it looks really awesome. I really do like the design of it. Like I said, if you guys kind of see the Atom, every time he's changing, you see these like Atom balls go all around him, and then he goes bigger and bigger and bigger. So that is really cool. I'll give you guys a little bit of a turnaround here so you can see him. Like I said, this is just a solid molded piece. You know, you have no articulation, which I'm not surprised. This is a very small figure, but still looks really cool. Very nicely painted. Even in such a small body, there's no paint mishaps, so that's really impressive. You know, and especially when it comes to like the eyes and the face, it all looks really good and really clean. So that's really awesome. I'm probably going to be keeping this on my desk just because I like how small it is. Like I said, I was really looking forward for this set just because, I don't know, these little figures are really cool. Now here we have the second Atom. This is Ryan Choi, and I like that they did choose the different Atoms because obviously they have different costume designs, so it's really cool. You already saw this little guy does have articulation, and we'll go over that in a little bit, but just to kind of give you guys a look of his suit, and you can see already the differences between the original Ray Palmer. So it's really awesome. And again, very nicely detailed, nicely painted. There are no paint mishaps, and I'm really amazed at that, just because this is such a small scope that, you know, it's easy to kind of have little hiccups here and there, but they, you know, they nailed it. I also like the color schemes on all three of them. They're very bright, so it's really awesome. Here you do see it is all matte, but the light, when it kind of reflects on it, it almost looks glossy, so that's also really cool. And I also like the gold right here on his belt, and they, if you look up close, they still have that Atom logo right there on his belt buckle, so that's really awesome, really cool. You can see his face sculpt again, very nicely painted, no paint mishaps, which is just incredible. Now, the articulation, he can move his arms up and down. He can actually go all the way around if you guys so choose to. He has right here on his legs, again, back and forward. You can't move them side to side. Well, I guess you can, but it's just because, you know, this is very small and soft plastic that you could probably rip it apart. And last but not least is his head. You could rotate the head all the way around. So that's really cool. I wasn't expecting any articulation for these guys. It's awesome that they gave it to him, because, you know, having a little, you know, this is a mini action figure now. That's really awesome and really cool. So I'm super psyched for that, and, you know, it's just incredible. There's another guy that I might keep on my desk. I'm not really sure how I want to display Atomica yet, but for sure I want to keep these out so that people can ask me, you know, why do you have such small figures? So that's really cool. Ryan Choi does a pretty good job at kind of standing up. I'm trying to stand him right now. So he does a decent job of standing up, but because it is just molded legs, sometimes he'll tip over. So do keep that in mind if you're going to put him somewhere. Do not be surprised if eventually you see him lying down, because, you know, it's just the design of the figure. The last accessories Atomica comes with are extra hands, and if you see my other videos, I kind of, let me put this to the side to focus on these. I kind of call these the keyboard hands because they're open, but they have curved fingers. So these are more designed to like hold something. I'm not exactly sure what she will be holding because she doesn't have any other accessories with it, but, you know, we do know there is going to be an accessories pack coming out soon, so maybe there's something there for Atomica to use on display as well. So it is really cool. Switching out the hands is, you know, very easy peasy. All you're going to do is grab your figure and you hold her arm, and you're just going to pull on her hand right there. You already see Ryan Choi fell, you know, so and then you're just going to line this up into her, you know, into her wrist, and you want to push in. Sorry guys, I'm covering the figure, but I do have, you know, big sausage hands. And yeah, that's essentially it. It's already in there. You're going to hear little notches to kind of lock into place, and she'll have a new hand. So that's really cool and really awesome. For the actual figure review, I will just keep the standard close-fisted hands, just to kind of keep everything the same. And I'm going to clean this up so that we can just focus on the figure review itself. So later, and goodbye. Okay, so here we have Atomica. Now, like I said, this is the first female character in the DC Comics icon, so of course this is all a new sculpt. This is molded specifically to this character, so it's really awesome. Obviously I do like the design of her. She looks really good, just like, you know, coming out of the pages of the comic book. There are some minor complaints I have, just because size wise, but other than that, she definitely looks nice. But yeah, let's go over the articulation first. Just like every DC icon, she does have rotation on the head. Now the thing is, because of her long hair, there is a hindrance right there. You could already see this is soft rubber, so you could lift it and you could rotate it all, but when I did try to rotate it, I actually ended up popping off her head. So just keep that in mind. You do have that ability, but it is a little hindered just because of her long hair, how they hit the shoulders. But she can rotate all the way around. I've already checked. And same thing, she doesn't look up necessarily. She looks a little down, but you know, you have to force it. But she can look up for the same reasons that the hair kind of block right here on her shoulders. So, uh, you know, a little bit of a hindrance, but it still looks good, looks great. The arms, same thing like every icon. You know, you can move them up and down, in and out. You can actually rotate it all the way around. Again, sorry if I blocked the camera with my giant hand. You can see right there that on the bicep she does have a swivel, so that's really good. Double jointed elbows right there. This is awesome. And then, of course, she has articulation in her hand. I have the wrong hand, so just to show you guys how I couldn't see, but she does have articulation in the hand. You could rotate it all the way around, and you can put it in and out. Just let me fix this real fast, guys. So, let me put this in here. Okay. Not really important to this review, but it's just a little bit of an annoyance for me. She can twist her torso all the way around, so that's really good. And she does have an ab crunch. She actually has the best ab crunch out of every figure, and that is including all of the figures so far from wave 1 to 3 right now. So that's really great. Her legs also, just like every icon, can split, and she could move this much forward and this much back, but you can already see these are getting extended instead of going all the way back, so take that as you will. And you could hear how tight these joints are. So even though she has a lot better accessibility compared to everyone else, she still has some tight joints on her. The knees are just like the elbows, that they're double jointed, so that's really awesome. She has no calf cut here, so no swivel, but she does have her ankle, can move up and down, and she has ankle pivot, so you can put that side to side. So that's really great, really awesome. Like I mentioned with the other Atoms, the paint on her is just superb and awesome. Really like this color. Everything is matte black, but when you kind of put it under light, her blue looks almost kind of like a shimmery blue, right? Like it kind of like sparkled or something. So that's kind of cool and kind of interesting. She has, you know, the red left looks bright and awesome, you know. And again, no paint mishaps. Haven't really seen any type of hiccups, so that's really cool. And, you know, she does have a very simple costume because it's, you know, essentially a blue with big red in the middle, but it just looks good. I like that they did go ahead and kind of paint the blue on her hands as well. That's awesome on DC Collectibles. She has a really cool utility belt right there. You can see all the different pouches, and they're all kind of colored in, so and kind of have these kind of like dark shadings on it. So that's really cool. They also have these sculpted lines and buckles, so that's really awesome. And once again, right there on her belt buckle, there is the Atom logo. So that's really cool and really awesome. You know, like I said, overall, I'm super pleased with these figures. The only complaint I have is just I'm kind of worried of these kind of like small arms. Now, I understand that normally a woman or a female in general is a little bit smaller than a male, but I just feel like because these are so small, they might end up breaking. So that's my only complaint. It's not anything big. It's, you know, super minor, and really it's very personal. Just because you as another, you know, fan who buys this might not even care, but to me that is something that I'm worried about. I don't feel it to be loose. I don't feel like it's gonna break on me, but it's just something that because it's so small, you know, I mean, you can kind of see, you know, just like if you compare her arm to her leg, you can already see how small that is. So, you know, that's really my only complaint on the figure. Other than that, she's really cool, really awesome. I like her design. For those guys who don't know, Atomica is actually a villain, whilst Ray Palmer and Ryan Choi are actually heroes. So it is kind of cool that in this set we got, you know, essentially all of the different atoms, but we got, you know, mixed in good guy and bad guy. So that's really cool and really awesome. You know, and she's actually the first Crime Syndicate character, because even though in previous waves we have had bad guys, she's not necessarily aligned with them. So still really cool, really awesome. And of course, she does a really good job of kind of standing up. Oh, yeah. Just as I spoke, right? She does do a pretty good job at standing up on her own, so that's really awesome. Always a great benefit when it comes to action figures. For a little bit of comparison, I do have the DC Comics Icons Aquaman from Wave 3. So we're going to put him right there. And I have the DC Comics Icons Superman from Wave 3 as well. So here we go. So these are the first three. This is almost the entire Wave 3. And you could already see, just comparison-wise, she does fit into scale. To my knowledge, like I said, a female is usually smaller, so she definitely looks smaller than Aquaman and Superman, both in just mass and in height. So I think that is fine, and clearly she does have a different sculpt compared to the other guys, because they're very muscular and huge pectorals, huge biceps, and all that. And Atomica looks more like just a more normal sized female. So that's really cool. To give you guys a little bit of a close-up comparison, here we have Atomica and Aquaman. So again, you can see the differences, and you can also see just how these colors pop. He has a very dark green here, while she has bright blue and red. So that's really cool. Again, to the side, you can already see, just how small that arm is. So that's, like I said, it's not really that big of a complaint. It's just a minor one, but still, it's one that I have, and just one that I want to kind of point out. But yeah, overall, she definitely looks awesome. And like I said, these guys will be fighting, so super excited for that. Put Aquaman off to the side, and here we have the big Boy Scout. Here we got Superman. Now what's really cool is that essentially these characters have the same color scheme, right? Red and blue. But like I said, this blue, it's a different type of blue. I want to say it's almost like, like I said, metallic or something. So it is really cool. You can kind of see Superman has more of the matte blue, and this is a different shade of blue. The red seems to be about the same, but still, it looks really cool. Even though they are the same color scheme, Atomica does a really good job of kind of standing out on her own. So that's really awesome. Again, you can kind of, I don't want to be mean, but I just want to call her pencil arms, because these look like tiny pencils, and you can already see like the big muscle on Superman. So definitely looks weird, but like I said, not that big of a deal. There we have the back with Superman's cape. Another side shot. And once again, the front. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for my review of Atomica. Like I said, she's really cool. This is the first female character, so if you guys have stayed away from DC Collectibles, sorry for my voice, I don't know what happened. If you guys have been staying away from DC Collectibles because there hasn't been any characters, I would say come back, check out Wave 3, because, like I said, they are expanding, and it looks really cool and really awesome. And like I said, I really do like her little Atom accessories. They're just super cool. But anyways, guys, comment down below what's your guys' thoughts and opinions. Tell me if you guys like this figure. Are you guys interested in DC Collectibles? Are you guys interested in the Atom character in general? Did this kind of intrigue you that she's a villain? Whatever your thoughts and opinions might be, let me know. I would like to hear them. Like the video, guys. Like it. Dislike it if you didn't. And subscribe, and look forward to more videos, guys. Thanks. Laters.